In the blink of an eye, a delivery truck pulls up to a doorstep, its back loaded with the promise of convenience. In rapid succession, we see smiling faces receiving packages, a whirlwind of joyous clicks on our smartphones, and behind that facade, the darker reality of waste, traffic, and hidden human toil. Every second, the equivalent of one garbage truck full of textiles is landfilled or burned. This startling statistic serves as a window into a world where the ease of online shopping conceals an ever-growing burden on our environment and communities. Today, we embark on an investigative journey, a quest to unravel the intertwined threads of packaging waste, carbon emissions, labor exploitation, and urban strain that define our modern culture of convenience. Our story begins with packaging waste. Picture mountains of cardboard and plastic wrapping discarded with little thought as parcels traverse from warehouses to doorsteps. Over 40% of e-commerce packaging is single-use plastic. Much of this ends up in landfills or finds its way into the vast, unforgiving oceans. As we cut through the animated scenes of gleaming new packages, a contrasting montage reveals piles of discarded material scattered at recycling centers and landfill sites. Expert voices explain that our relentless appetite for one-click purchasing not only fuels a cycle of waste, but also drains precious natural resources. We follow the journey of a single package, a seemingly innocuous box, transformed into an emblem of overconsumption. It takes us from the sterile corridors of automated sorting facilities into the hands of workers who labor intensively within warehouses, only for the item to be unwrapped, used briefly, and then tossed aside, joining thousands of others destined to pollute our earth and oceans. But the environmental impact of e-commerce is not confined to waste alone. Hidden beneath the layers of cardboard is a surge in carbon emissions. With more and more delivery vehicles filling our streets, the logistics of rapid delivery contribute significantly to a burgeoning urban smog and a mounting carbon footprint. Experts warn that emissions from e-commerce logistics in urban areas are projected to hit 25 million metric tons of CO2 by 2030. Now imagine the steady hum of engines, the buzz of motors, and the persistent pressure of time as each order demands rapid fulfillment. A silent crisis unfolds in our metropolitan landscapes. Factories belch smoke into already polluted skies, and delivery vehicles emit exhaust that blankets our communities with a toxic haze. Amid this whirlwind of distribution, every mile traveled translates into a deeper scar on our environment, a testament to our current notion of instant gratification and convenience. The narrative grows more complex when we turn our lens to the human element. Behind the towering warehouses and robotic sorting systems are lives marked by strenuous labor and daunting pressures. In the sprawling networks of e-commerce fulfillment centers, workers face long shifts, strict performance targets, and challenging working conditions. We hear personal testimonies from individuals who describe the relentless pace and intense scrutiny under which they operate. These accounts reveal a hidden world of labor exploitation, where the pressure to meet ever-increasing quotas often leads to compromised safety standards and diminished human dignity. The relentless drive to satisfy each consumer's demand for speed creates an environment where people become mere cogs in a massive, relentless machine of decision algorithms and profit margins. Their voices, though subdued at times by the roar of the machinery, resonate with calls for a return to fairness and respect, a reminder that convenience should never come at the cost of human well-being. As urban landscapes morph to accommodate the influx of delivery vehicles and expansive warehouses, a new kind of strain emerges. Our cities, once vibrant communities marked by thoughtful urban planning, now bristle with traffic congestion and overstretched infrastructure. In neighborhoods not far removed from industrial zones, roads that once echoed with the gentle hum of daily life are now choked with a constant stream of delivery vans and service trucks. Urban planners and local officials express deep concern over the unsustainable pressure placed on city infrastructures, a pressure that threatens to erode the quality of life for millions. The dynamic pace of our modern existence, underscored by the ceaseless drive for immediate fulfillment, forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about long-term urban resilience and the real human cost of unchecked convenience. Each additional delivery truck, every hastily loaded container, contributes incrementally to a future where our cities may struggle to cope with the demands of modern consumerism. As the layers of impact are peeled back, a clear picture emerges. The issues of packaging waste, carbon emissions, labor exploitation, and urban congestion are not isolated challenges, but facets of a complex, interrelated crisis. Our journey through the hidden world of e-commerce reveals that our modern lifestyle, one defined by the promise of speed, efficiency, and convenience, has a hidden downside. At every turn, we witness the collateral damage by a culture that prizes instant gratification over sustainability and responsible consumption. In the labyrinth of logistical networks and vast warehouses, we meet visionaries advocating for change. Environmental experts speak of innovative packaging solutions, urging companies to move beyond single-use plastics and adopt biodegradable alternatives. In quiet, reflective moments, we see glimpses of recycled materials turning into sustainable products, a hopeful counterpoint to the rampant waste. There is an emerging dialogue among logisticians and eco-conscious engineers proposing a future where delivery routes are optimized to reduce carbon footprints and where energy efficiency in warehousing is prioritized. Conversations buzz with the possibility of integrating renewable energy sources and promoting recycling initiatives that not only address waste, but also reinvigorate local economies and empower communities. Yet, technology and industry are not the only avenues of hope. At the very heart of this transformation lie the consumers themselves, the decision makers and everyday citizens who hold the power to shift market dynamics with each click. Personal narratives from individuals who have consciously chosen to rethink their shopping habits offer powerful insights. A young mother recounts how she began favoring local businesses over global e-commerce giants, driven by a desire to contribute to a more sustainable future for her children. A teacher explains how integrating lessons on environmental stewardship in her classroom has sparked a movement among her students who are now questioning the true cost of their consumption habits. Their stories form a mosaic of resilience and hope, proving that even in the face of systemic challenges, a collective call for mindful choices can catalyze significant change. Throughout our investigation, we encounter a recurring tension, the dichotomy between convenience and consequence. The speed at which our orders arrive conceals a chain reaction of environmental degradation and human hardship. As we traverse the corridors of modern commerce, it becomes clear that there is no simple solution. Instead, our collective future hinges on a series of interconnected changes. Policymakers, industry leaders, and consumers alike must collaborate to forge a path that respects both the needs of our economy and the health of our planet. In thoughtful exchanges, policy experts emphasize the necessity of reinforcing regulations on packaging, reducing carbon emissions, and protecting worker rights. These voices, informed by rigorous data and personal testimonies, call for a measured yet urgent intervention to address the systemic flaws inherent in our consumption-driven culture. In the labyrinth of warehouse aisles, the clamor of traffic, and the persistent hum of delivery engines, the underlying message becomes painfully clear. Convenience has a cost, a hidden cost borne by our environment, our workers, and our cities. The exhilarating pace of modern life conceals the true toll of overconsumption and unchecked corporate practices. And yet, there remains hope. Our investigation highlights that within every challenge lies an opportunity, the chance to reimagine our relationship with consumption, innovating towards solutions that balance convenience with responsibility. The reflective phase of our journey invites us to pause and consider the broader implications. What happens when the race for instant gratification compromises the very resources we depend on? How can society reconcile the allure of rapid delivery with the pressing need to preserve our natural environment and uphold human dignity? These questions linger, inviting us to re-examine our daily choices from a fresh perspective, one that prioritizes long-term sustainability over short-term ease. In quiet moments of introspection, when the noise of modern life subsides, we come face to face with the undeniable truth that our actions today sculpt the world of tomorrow. Every click, every order, contributes to an evolving narrative that defines our legacy for future generations. As the pace of our narrative softens, we begin to synthesize the investigative threads that have brought us here. The environmental cost of packaging waste, the staggering scale of e-commerce-related carbon emissions, the exploited labor behind the scenes, and the urban challenges born of modern convenience converge into a unified call for change. This interconnected crisis, though daunting in scale, is not insurmountable. The voices of experts, the resilience of affected workers, and the awakening of conscientious consumers stand as a counterbalance to the forces of overconsumption. They remind us that meaningful change arises from the harmony of thoughtful policy, innovative industry practices, and mindful individual choices. Imagine a future where every package is designed with true sustainability in mind, where emissions are carefully managed, and where workers are not mere cogs but respected contributors to a thriving ecosystem within our economy. Picture cities where traffic flows freely, sharing space between human life and innovative green infrastructure. This is not a distant utopia. It is a vision that is already emerging from the collective efforts of communities worldwide. Each small step, recycling diligently, choosing eco-friendly alternatives, supporting local businesses, carries the potential to spark a ripple effect of transformative change. The urgency of our investigation calls on us to reconsider the stories we tell ourselves about progress and convenience. Our modern quest for instant gratification may seem to promise a better life, but beneath its glossy surface lies a complex tapestry of environmental degradation and social injustice. The very mechanisms we celebrate, immediate deliveries, endless product choices, and rapid technological advances, are also the conduits of environmental harm and human exploitation. This documentary challenges us to look beyond the surface, to see the hidden costs of our consumption, and to question the sustainability of a system that values speed over substance. In reflecting on these revelations, we find ourselves at a crossroads, a moment in history where the choices we make can shape the future of our planet. Voices from around the globe, from urban planners to frontline workers, reinforce the notion that we must act now to curb the tide of negative consequences. The narrative that has unfolded is not meant to indict the conveniences we enjoy, but to shed light on the realities that underpin them. It is an invitation to awareness, urging us to become stewards of a more sustainable and equitable world. The onus is on us, the consumers and citizens, to demand accountability and embrace practices that honor both nature and humanity. In the quiet conclusion of our journey, the lessons of our investigation resonate with clarity. The allure of instant gratification has driven rapid growth in e-commerce, but it has also precipitated a series of environmental and societal challenges that can no longer be ignored. Packaging waste clutters our landscapes, relentless carbon emissions darken our urban skies, and workers in sprawling fulfillment centers bear the invisible burden of an unsustainable system. Yet, amidst these challenges, there is a powerful opportunity for change. Our findings compel us to question and ultimately redefine the way we engage with commerce. The call is clear. It is time to rethink our shopping habits and make mindful choices that prioritize sustainability over convenience. Each decision, whether it revolves around the products we buy, the companies we support, or the policies we advocate for, carries the potential to reshape our world. Our shared future depends on a conscious shift, one where environmental integrity, human dignity, and urban vitality are restored to their rightful places at the center of our social narrative. Let this investigation be a catalyst for that change. As we step away from the whirlwind of rapid deliveries and fleeting impulses, we carry forward a deeper understanding of the true costs of our consumer culture. In the final moments of our journey, we are reminded that the power to transform lies within each of us. It begins with awareness, it grows with mindful action, and it culminates in a collective reimagining of progress, one that honors both our natural world and the people who inhabit it. It's time to rethink our shopping habits and make mindful choices that prioritize sustainability over convenience.